Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Now, for the last few games, United have been on fire. But what's actually been the difference between now and the start of the season? Because we were playing good, but we weren't getting the results. And there was a big panic. And now all of a sudden, no one's bothered about the system, no one's bothered about the manager, no one's bothered about which players are being selected. Because no matter what's going on, it seems to be working, innit? And for me, yeah, the big difference between the last 3 games and the rest of Amorim's tenure is pretty simple. And for me, that's the fact that Amorim seemed to come in and want to play one way, his style, his approach. But he wanted to do that against every single team. He had even made some quotes in interviews and he was saying, oh, I want to know that we played the same whether we win or lose. And I get that, because you want your ideologies to be the same. You want the work rate to be the same. You want the intensity to be the same. But your approach and your style can't be the same against every team. You'll get found out. You have to approach games differently, innit? And that's what I've loved about the last few games. I think he's approached each game according to the opposition. So when we played Sunderland, that was Laman's debut. And it was the first time we've seen us go long. And I don't think that was just because that's what Lamans wants to do. I think he's been under instruction to do that. And obviously a bit of his own smarts in it, like if in doubt, get it out. And I'm happy to see that, because I hate teams playing with the ball at the back when they ain't got the players for it. It looks horrible. It causes nothing but panic. And it leads to stupidness. So I hate seeing us play with the ball at the back when we've not got the players for it, or we're being pressed too quickly. Get it out, get it long, and start from up top in it. And we've done that against Sunderland, and it worked out. And some people were saying, oh, long ball FC, blah blah, but it weren't even quite long ball FC. It was just another addition to our team, to our style, to our tactics, and it worked. But then we go to Liverpool and we play similar but totally different, and he drops Sesko and he plays Mason Mount. And he said himself that the instruction was to let Konate and Van Dijk win the first balls. And that's why he didn't play Sesko, because he knows that's what they live for. But we play Mount because that means we can start the press quicker. And we can start it every time they knock it down, so we win the second ball and start our attack from there. Masterclass. That was a bit of genius, that, from him. And then we go into the Brighton game, and it's totally different again. And I personally believe that the Brighton game was the closest to what he actually wants in terms of our identity. But I also think that's why the game went the way it went, and it was so up and down, and we had a period we were so good, then we had a period we were so poor. And luckily, well, not luckily, because we dug in, we showed grit, showed character, and we got that 4th goal in the end. But I do think the game was so up and down because we did play in a raw Amorim style, and we made changes. And I think with the Amorim style, we've got 11 players, maybe 12 players that can do it. But once you have to make changes, it goes to pots, and that's what we're basically seeing, in my opinion anyway. But overall, we've changed 3 different times in the last 3 weeks, and we've got results, and that's all someone like me has wanted. I don't want a manager that can only play one way, because I feel like whether you're a manager, a player, a coach, if you only have one way and one identity, one style, one form of tactics, then you're no good anyway. If you're a player and you can only play in one way, you're a system player to me. No good. You need players that can adapt. You need managers that can adapt. Look, Arne Slot won the league last year. It's not working for him now. He needs to adapt. Or he's already under pressure, but he needs to adapt and get it right. Same thing with Hansi Flick. That high line, it's been found out. You need to adapt and get it right. And if not, these managers that have just won things will be under big pressure and they'll get themselves sacked. That's how football works. So when people are like, oh, flip-flopping and it's stupidness, that's what fans do. They go crazy when they win and they're getting results, and they also go crazy when they lose and they're not getting results. That's part of being a fan. That's why we're not the board, that's why we're not the managers. We're not qualified, but we are qualified to give our opinion. because some people pay to go and watch the matches. Some people just pay with their time and they're watching the matches. So without the fans, these managers and players don't get paid anyway. So, you know, as well as getting the praise, they also have to take the criticism. It's part of being a public figure. Just what goes on in it. But yeah, man, for me, it's just been great to see my team approaching games differently. It's been great to see the players having an understanding. It's great to see the fact that he's tweaked it in the midfield and we're no longer just both of them going sky high, trying to press high and getting caught out and leaving gaps in behind. Like, there's been quite a few tweaks and I'm happy to see them. More than happy to see them. And hopefully it continues, which I think it will now. I think we'll go to Forest. I think we'll put a beating on them. They've been poor this season. And if we go into that Spurs game with real confidence, we can even beat them, man. Listen, next week when we do beat Forest, for a short period at least, we'll go second. And we could well end up finishing that weekend securely in the top 4. Because a lot of the teams around us play each other. So I think what started off so poor is probably about to turn into a real exciting season. And like I said many a times, I can see us pushing a lot closer for the title than people think. Do I think we'll have a real title charge? Probably not. Do I think we'll come with inside that top 4 close enough to the title to say we give it a little run? Yeah, probably. What do you guys think though? Do you like Amorim's new approach? Do you think he's even changed anything? Do you think it's just the players now understanding what he's been trying to tell them to do for the last year? Let me know in the comment section. Like, share, comment and subscribe.